going to move to a different modality here. Actually, let me do this. Well, I'm just going to go straight in here. No, let me do it this way. In all honesty, I am so much better and faster. Let me do it. Old school. So everybody, this standing up is ideally what each of you are going to be doing for your first speech. Although I would love to have the sit down, the energy just isn't there. And also we should practice with our bodies and how we can utilize them as an extension of our words as well. So the next part, once you go through your introduction, we are going to be moving into what we call transitions. What is a transition? A transition is literally something that takes you from point to point. Transitions you may have used in your writing before, but they are so important in speaking. Again, your audience doesn't have a script or something in front of them. They are relying on you to hold their hand and walk them through this speech. And those transitions serve as a way to make sure everybody's on track. So the transitions are going to include three different things. And the first thing that it's going to include is something called a signpost. And for any of us who drive or have ever been on the road, we know that a signpost is something like stop, yield, here's the speed limit. And we do that so that motorists know what's coming up. Because if they don't know what's coming up, it's going to be a hot mess of an accident. We don't want your speech to be a hot mess. So we are going to keep them in line by using these things like signposts. So what are signposts? Well, they're indicating words that let us know something is coming. Something like first, second, what? Third. You may have heard of those before. You also things like to begin, next, finally. Right? To begin, ooh, the speech is starting. Next, I guess she's moving to the next point. Finally, this thing is done. So it lets our audience know what's happening. So you're always going to start that transition with some kind of signpost. And then we are also going to add, if you see, and if you're following along on your format paper, you are always going to include the main point or points that you are going into. So because we are delivering our transitions before every single main point, you're going to want to have a signpost and then whatever that main point you're going into, as well as a reminder of that specific purpose. So purpose, there we go. So in terms of the specific purpose. So something like, if I was using my example of through the, I don't remember even what my two main points were from that speech. I think it was like the things I did, I don't remember. Experiences and food, I don't know, my job and food, let's just go with that, right? So if it was my job and food, my first main point or my first transition, right after that thesis statement I have given it, I'm going to say something like, first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my job and how it, first I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I am a thrill seeker in my work, right? So I've done first, my signpost. I'll tell you about how I'm a thrill seeker through my work. I could also simply say something like, first, for y'all to get to know me a little bit better, I'm going to tell you about my work. So it has theme, doesn't have a theme, however you go, but we know what we're going to be talking about and we're reminded of the reason that we're talking. Now you may be saying, Amanda, this sounds super redundant. Yeah, it does. And it does because you're going to be hearing it like 35 times. And in all honesty, it is a highly formatted and highly structured speech. But we want to make sure that we stick with these transitions, at least for the first and second speeches in this class, so that we not only keep ourselves on track, but we remind our audience of what our purpose is too. It's going to help us remember to focus and that whatever is coming next should always be related back to getting to know you better. And so we can utilize these transitions to help keep us in line and help remind our audience. I say main points up because, we can also do something called an internal preview, internal summary. Oh, what's that, Amanda? Well, it's like a review preview. It's something like, now that I told you about my job, I'm next going to tell you about my family so that you can get to know me better. So I reminded you of what we just spoke about, and now I am previewing. I reviewed, and now I'm previewing what we are going to speak about next. In the larger speeches, ones that are 7 minutes long, we will have multiple subpoints and ideas. And so using these transitions to remind your audience, we just talked a little bit about the ways you can fundraise and some other ideas about how to save money fundraising. Let's now go into talking about how to prepare your fundraising event, something like that. It's like you can remind them of those big keys, or you can even preview some of those points. For each of you, it's something as simple as a signpost, main point, transition. And so making sure, or specific purpose, making sure you have each of those right before the main point that you are going into is going to be key. Any questions about these transitions? And you're saying, like, really, do I have to say it every? Yep, but you're going to say it every time. And you can make them different every time as well. It doesn't always have to be, next, I will talk about my job for you to get to know me better. It can, if that feels comfortable. But you can mix up the language. Next, I'll tell you about my job so that you can understand a little bit more of who I am, so you can know what I'm all about. Those things can change and interchange as long as it's the same person or the same purpose, getting to know you better. So keep that in mind as you go with those transitions. Does that make sense to y'all? And I'm so sorry, you're still looking at my screen too, huh? Should I stop sharing? There we go. Hey. I'll put this over here and I will paint. Yay! Okay, there we go. Is that better? I need to flip. Is this flipped? No.